I have 3 custom-built Chrome consoles here, and in this video, we're going to unbox them, test them out, and see if they're worth the money. Now here's the thing, guys. I've seen some truly crazy custom consoles in the past from the guy who made these. You know, anything from a water-cooled 360 to a Yoda-themed 360, so let's see what's in store for us today. Now guys, in here we should have our custom modded Xbox 360. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. Alright, first up we got a controller, and ooh, that's slick. Hold up. It seems to be kind of just a hodgepodge of different colors, which is cool. And now for the console itself, let's go ahead and take a look at, oh my goodness, what is this? Hold on. What? Okay, so this thing is absurd. What am I looking at? Okay, called it a boosted 360 because it's car related, it's racing related. As you can see, we have essentially a wheel here with our RAM inside, which is cool. That's the that's the fan. Yo, that's sick. So just a note here, this is actually supposed to look like a turbocharger that goes in your car, which more aligns with the whole boosted element of the 360. And you'll kind of see more later how this all aligns, and it really just makes sense. You'll see. We even have some NOS cans down here through this little clear window. Also a couple of gauges, which I assume are for temperature at the CPU and GPU. We'll find out later. And then this little switch, which hold on, what the heck does that do? I guess we'll find out later, but that is something. There's even another button down here as well. Not sure what that does. And then here on the front, looks like we have a disk drive delete. So we have space for the fan, of course, and then we have a nice little chrome faceplate here, and then just some other cool accents. Then on the bottom, what is this? So the bottom's like silver, and it's got this cool little like gravelly effect to it, I guess I'd say. I'm not really sure how you describe that, but it looks pretty neat. And then here on the side, the hard drive is completely chromed out, which is nice. Even got a little bit of a blue accent over here. And then other side has the full blue accent, and then flipping to the back, it appears we have a Jasper motherboard based on the power port here, which is good to see. And then we also have a little USB adapter here that appears to light up. I'm not really sure what that connects to. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, this thing is crazy, man. What in the world? Let's plug it in and see what happens. All right, well, console plugged in, and you can see initially we have this little light cycling through colors. So I'm not sure again what it's going to do, but let's go ahead and turn this bad boy on and see what happens. Let's go, guys. Finally booted up here, and we have a modded menu, as you can see, and we also have a blue ring of light on the front, which I'll show you closer up. I'll just do a kind of closer view of everything here in a minute. But let's go ahead and explore and start on the modded menu. And as you can see, we got some racing games, which makes sense for the boosted 360. That's just clearly like it's a racing 360. Then just other standard stuff like Call of Duty. Pretty much every Call of Duty game is here. More racing. Let's go. We have 4 copies of Forza Motorsport 3. Not sure why, but all right. Yeah, tons of racing games. Just for fun, we're going to boot up NASCAR 08, which I think I saw pop up here. There we go. Let's go. Let's boot this up and see if it works. Here we go. Slingshot. See ya. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so obviously, guys, the game works fine. Now, the controller it's not as good as OEM. It never is. We have third-party parts here, so they just don't ever align quite as well or fit quite as well or click quite as well. But it's just one of the sacrifices you make for the coolness of how it looks. But let's go back to the main menu here and kind of explore a little bit more. But before we explore some more, I want to try to figure out what these switches do. So let's just go ahead and start with this one, I guess, and see what happens, if anything. Not sure what that does. Let's try out this other one over here. So you lift up the cap and flip the switch. Okay, so it lights up these little gauges right here, and oh, they're instantaneous. They kind of, yeah, okay, that's sick. So you can see, one is on the CPU, one is on the GPU. You can see our temperatures here, and then you flip it off, and it just goes back to 0. Oh, that's pretty sick. I like that. But unfortunately, not quite sure what happened with this button. I would assume this button turns on this fan, but it's just, yeah, it's not working. That's unfortunate. Oh, wait, hold on. He sent me a list of stuff, and I think I have to do this right here. So let's go ahead and flip the switch on, and now let's try this. There it goes. Yo, oh, hold up. That's sick. So it looks like this fan right here pulls in air from the top, pushes it out the back, and I gotta say, this thing is pretty dang quiet for a 360. 360s are just naturally a bit loud, but this is about as quiet as it gets. But let's go ahead and explore a bit more and see what else is on this console. So we can also pop into XEX menu to see the games here. I'm not quite sure why you would, because it just doesn't look quite as nice, but there's some other things you can do in XEX menu. But yeah, there's not much else to look at on this console. It's pretty standard RGH modded console. But anyways, guys, let's get into my favorite part. Let's go ahead and turn the lights down and take a closer look at all the features close up on this console. Now, guys, starting here on the front, we have our chrome faceplate. We have our blue ring of light, like I mentioned earlier. And then, of course, our little purple accent kind of bleeding through the disk drive, because there is no disk drive there. It's just a disk drive delete with a fan sitting right there. And next up, we got our nice little NOS containers here with the blue and purple light bleeding through. And then, of course, the coolest part, this fan here with the whole wheel accent, and then the fan pulling air in. And you can see there's some blue lights in there, some purple lights in there. And this little piece right here, it actually gets very cold because it's pulling in air. And this is like made out of metal, I guess. That's what it feels like. And then we also have our gauges right here, which is a nice little touch. Then on the sides, you can just kind of see some lights bleeding through. And here in the back, we have some more lights bleeding through here. And I believe we have a third-party fan, probably a Talos Moon fan. I'm not 100% sure, but very quiet overall. And again, I'm not quite sure what this thing does, but it's, I guess, just a nice little accent lighting. So one more thing he told me to try here is to take a UV light and shine it on the Xbox. Apparently it does something cool. He said the back looks the best, so let's try that out. So here, oh, wait. There it is. Oh, baby. So far away, you can't see it too well, but you get closer, and you can see there's little white specks basically all over the Xbox, and that's where we have our little ridges in the paint. Oh, that's pretty sick. Oh yeah, that's cool. And then, oh, it's even cooler down here on the Xbox logo. Yo, that's actually pretty sick. And if I turn the lights all the way down, I can write something on the Xbox that you can read. So just watch this. Yeah, there it is, guys. All right, I did an X on the back of the 316. That's pretty sick. Basically, you get up close to it and just draw, and it does stuff. Nice. Now, something else I missed here, apparently if you look inside of the disk drive slot, you know, where there's no disk drive anymore, and you shine a light in there, you can actually see a little hidden message that says "Danger to Manifold," which is a line from the Fast and the Furious. So that's just another nice little touch on this console. Now, guys, next up we'll talk about the inside of the console. I'm not going to do a teardown myself personally because the modder told me basically I shouldn't, because there's a very high likelihood of breaking something, but I'll show some video that he took of the inside and we'll kind of talk about what it looks like. So guys, I'll show some photos on screen of what he sent me, but just discussing what we're looking at. As you can see, a lot of custom stuff going on here. We got custom PCBs. We also have the RGH chip back at the above the AV port. We also have a clear shroud around the fan, which is always cool to see, and then some gold-looking PCBs, which I like, and then of course our gauge. And then actually the part I didn't realize is like we have some red and green tubing, which is pretty cool. And looking closer at this, you can kind of see it a little bit through there. So I think the green and red tubing is cool. I wish I could see that a little bit better from the outside. But other than that, it's mostly just a bunch of wires, you know, of course wiring everything up, but very cool to see the inside of this thing. And guys, if you want to buy this one, I'll put a link down below. He is selling this console. So yeah, link will be down below. Let's move on. Now guys, inside this box, we have a custom modded PS3 console. Let's open it up and see what's inside. All right, so first we have this lava liquid controller. Handles. I'm not sure why it says handles, but we'll take a closer look at that. All right, and next up we have the PS3, and oh baby, here we go. Dude, I do not see many custom PS3s, so I'm excited for this one. And you can see right off the bat, we got the full chrome casing, and then dude, we have the symbols carved out, or I guess I should say drilled out. Flip it to the bottom, you can see we also have chrome here. And of course, I'm getting my fingerprints all over it because it's basically impossible not to. And ladies and gentlemen, look what we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 rubber feet, which I don't see that very often. Now, I'm not sure what this console is gonna do, what's special about it. I'm assuming it's software modded, and I'm assuming it has some lights maybe. But let's go ahead and I guess plug it in and just see what happens. 3, 2, 1. We got power here, and oh yeah. Whoa, what was that? I just heard the fans rev up. And we do have some lights down here. I'll have to turn the lights down later and kind of give you a closer view so you can see what is illuminating here. But let's go ahead and just make sure this thing boots up. All right, console is on, and dude, controller's on as well. And controller might be cooler than the console. Console's really cool, but like this is wild, just seeing liquid in a controller. All right, let's go ahead and scroll around a bit. So it looks like a pretty standard PS3 at first glance, but then you can see, scrolling over, yep, definitely a modded PS3, so we'll get into that in a minute, but let's go ahead and just scroll around and see what else is on this console. Now checking out the system info, we're on 4.91 and we have 698 gigs of free space, so it's like a 700 gig hard drive, 750 gig, something like that, which is a really random size, but you know, better than having a 120 or whatever. And scrolling through the game, we got Package Manager, Webman Games, we've got all these tools here, so obviously modded. I'm not too familiar with modded PS3s, but we'll kind of explore a bit and see if we can get familiar with this and try to figure out what to do. But I'm going to start by checking out the save data utility, nothing there. But yeah, I guess let's go ahead and open up PlayStation 3. That does nothing. Maybe I'll try this one right here. I believe this is the main modded application, I think. Oh, pull it up here. We got the, yo, it looks like a Windows. That's sick. It's probably, Linux is probably the right thing to say, but let's go ahead and see what we can do here. We do have a games tab here. Let's go ahead and see. I think he said there's some games downloaded here, so let me go ahead and see. Oh yeah, here we are. Nice. We're on the modded menu. As you can see, it looks very similar to the original PlayStation menu, but just a little bit quicker, a little bit darker. The font's slightly different. We got a bunch of games here. We got like Angry Birds Star Wars, Angry Birds Trilogy. Dude, we're going ham on the Angry Birds here. Got some WWE and that sort of thing. Let's go ahead and just start with, we'll play some Tekken 6. Make sure it boots up and works, and we'll just play around a bit. Oh, I forgot. You select it there, and then it loads it up on the main dashboard, and then you boot it up. Yeah, slick. Man, this dude is big. Holy crap. This is how you play fighting games, right? Works. All right, well, console clearly works. Let's go back to the modded menu and see what else is on it. Ooh, we also got the PS2 games here. Hold up, let me try out some God of War and see if that loads up. And yeah, sure enough, PS2 game loads up. I guess it's not really surprising. Just always kind of goofy to see a PS2 game running on a PS3 Slim because it's just natively does not work. But that's the whole point of a modded console. But let's go back to the main menu. I'm gonna put in a game and just see if it loads up. All right, pop in the classic MW2 here. And yep, loads up, no surprise there. But guys, next up, let's go ahead and turn the console. Actually, we're gonna turn it off. Let's just turn the lights down low, take a closer up view of this whole console and see what it looks like up close. Now starting here with the controller, you can see we have our blue glow. We got the liquid down here, and this is just honestly one of the coolest controllers I've ever seen. But then taking a closer look at the console itself, you of course have the chrome shell here, which just is very reflective. You can see everything like a mirror. And then of course we have our little holes right here drilled out, as you saw, and then our blue glow through it. I think he said that there's a fan inside, a blue glowing fan right in this area. So I guess we're just pulling in air from here and from the sides and pushing out the back like a normal PS3 does, except a normal PS3 doesn't usually have these holes here. But other than that, honestly, not a whole lot going on. It's just the cool shell is the main attraction here. But yeah. Now guys, I'm not going to tear down this console because I don't want to potentially break anything, and he basically told me there's not a whole lot to see inside of the console, so we'll leave it intact. And if you guys want to check this console out, I'll put the link down below. He is also selling this console. But guys, let's go ahead and move on to the next console. So in this box, we should have our modded Wii. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. Looks like we got a few things in here. First of all, ooh, we got a nice chrome Wii controller. We'll take a closer look at that in a second. We also have a chrome stand for the Wii, which is kind of sick. And last but not least, we have the chrome Wii. It's got the see-through on the other side. This is unlike any other Wii I've ever seen. So let's go ahead and take it out of the bag and take a closer look. All right, so starting here with the controller, and that thing's pretty slick. I don't know if he custom built this or if I guess it's just straight from PowerA. Also got a chrome nunchuck, which is cool. Of course, our chrome Wii. You got the full chrome casing on this side. You've got it's got an SD card inside. I'm pretty sure this thing is modded, but we'll verify, of course. And then take a look at the front. We have clear buttons, which is a nice little touch. I'm kind of curious how those look when you turn it on. We'll see. I bet it looks pretty cool. And then here on this side, that's just so sick. Wait, hold on. Oh no. Dude, even on a custom console, you can't avoid the broken flap. That's actually tragic, but at least that's probably the easiest thing to fix. You just need a new piece for that. And then on this side is personally my favorite part of the Wii because it's got the whole transparent case. You can see, your coin battery here. You can see the entire Wii motherboard. You can see all the supports where the screws go into. It's just a cool look you don't ever see on the Wii. Now, I believe there's something else modded about this that we'll find out when we turn it on, but yeah, let's go ahead and plug it in, turn it on, and just see what happens. All right, console plugged in, and ooh, first thing I notice here is, of course, our transparent little, oh, I accidentally pressed the power button. But as you can see, it shines through the transparent button there with the nice little green glow, and also there's a game inside. Hold on, let's go ahead and boot this thing up and see what's going on here. Yeah, we got some games downloaded. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. And what is in the disk drive? Oh, it's like a Star Wars. It's so random. Let's go ahead and eject that though and see what pops out. Oh wait, hold up. You guys are not ready for this. Hold on, let me get you a closer view here. All right, so looking at the front of the console, let's pop a game inside and tell me what you notice here. Well, a little bit slow, but ooh, yeah, there it is. It's green instead of what is it usually, blue, right? Yeah, it's like a tealish bluish color. It's green. That's sick. But anyways, popping back to this main menu, let's go ahead and explore this thing and see what's on here. So we got some games downloaded, of course, like Animal Crossing City Folk, Mario Kart Wii, Wii Sports Resort. I'm not sure if these are actually like legitimate copies or if these are from the console being modded. Not quite sure. Yeah, you can see we have the homebrew channel, the USB Loader GX, and Super Nintendo channel here. Yep, we got a ton of very legit Super Nintendo games, and actually my favorite part is the cover art. You can see it's actually a box with the cover art on it. Just the box is cool on Super Nintendo, so that's a nice touch there. Now, other than that, I'm not sure there's anything else custom about this Wii. We can flip this over and see if there's any lights on the other side, and nope. I think I have seen a handful of people in the past like cut out holes in their Wiis and put lights. It just kind of looks goofy on the Wii though, to be honest, so I think the transparent case is nice here. And honestly, you can't see the lights unless you have it in vertical mode, which let's go ahead and try out vertical mode in this stand and see how that looks. Okay, cool. Yeah, so got it in the stand here, and that looks pretty slick. I like it. So guys, if you want to check this console out, I'll put a link down below to the seller who is selling this console. Let's go ahead and move on. So guys, thanks for watching. And again, if you want to buy any of the consoles you saw in this video, make sure to check out the links down below. And guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.